Welcome to April. We are now back into Mercury retrograde time. You're going to see many things still moving forward, but it's going to be a time that you're going to have to stop and slow down and pause. Let the natural rhythms play out. What's going to change as of March 20th and running all through April and lingering until May 14th is how to align with what you want to do. I encourage you to work with the flow. Avoid trying to make anything happen during this retrograde window. It can cause you frustration, and the outcomes are often shorter term and they're less grand than you may desire. This is going to be a time for you to really sit back and see what comes to you. Leave yourself time for that last minute magic, as I like to call it, by leaving yourself as unscheduled as possible. We're currently in the heat of eclipse season. The theme is continuing on the Aries Libra axis, and it began back in early 2023 and it's going to run until early 2025. Now, last month we had a lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Libra on March 25th, and on April 8th of this month we're going to have a solar eclipse at 19 degrees Aries. This eclipse cycle is going to be vacillating between the energies of the me-we sectors of your life. The focus is going to be on your individual and your relationship empowerment as the highest expression of the potentials. Eclipses, they're linked to the ecliptic, just as the north and the south nodes are. The nodes of the moon, they're connected to your karma, for better or worse, and your dharma, your highest expression of this lifetime. Eclipses, they tend to bring these events or these opportunities that unlock your fate, and they rapidly escalate these big events that are tying you to your destiny. And then finally on April 20th, we're going to have the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. This is probably the biggest event of the year, combining expansion, change, and innovative solutions. Hi, I'm your astrologer Patricia Tate, and this is your April 2024 monthly astrology forecast. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. Now let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, we are starting off with April 2nd, and Mercury is in your first house of yourself. Remember that the first house has to do with everything about you being seen. I call it your business card, your website. It's how people visually see you, how you are presenting yourself, how you want to be called, how you want to, are you an energy worker, a mother, it's your strength, it's your habits, it's your self-expression, your power, your divinity. It is who you bring to the table. So Mercury going retrograde here has you revising, rethinking, rebuilding, responding, and refreshing everything that has to do with yourself. I have a separate video on that. I encourage you to go back and look at it. But know that when Mercury goes through the house that it's going to retrograde, it goes through, it activates some things, and then it's going to go retrograde, hitting it again. And then the last time is like, now we can finally finish with this. So you should already have the themes, understanding the themes of what is going to be activated with you, that you're going to be restarting or reconnecting. And a lot of this will have to do with Chiron and the wounds. All right, so let's move on. On April 8th, we're going to have a new moon and a solar eclipse at 19 degrees of Aries. Now, solar eclipses, this one is focused on self. Aries is all about the me, and the Libra part is the south node of what am I releasing, the we sector of our life. Where have I made concessions for other people? This means that issues concerning your independence, your courage, individuality, they're all going to be at the forefront for you. It's going to be a time that you're going to be wanting to get your footing for what the universe is pushing you to focus on. All about yourself, less on the needs of others. Now, this is going to be your time to open up new doors. There's going to be these new stories that are going to be coming to the forefront. And eclipses, they always eclipse people, places, and things in and out of our lives. So there's going to be some faded endings of some relationships in your life at this time, pushing you to be independent and on your own. Now, remember that new moons, they're always a clean slate, a new beginning, fresh start, and it's about trying something new. And a new moon with an eclipse is like a new moon on steroids. So it's really with passion and confidence, you being assertive, you taking charge of your life, you having to reevaluate your relationship with yourself and make these important changes for yourself. So look for adventure, find the inner happiness, and make sure that you are being self-sufficient, being independent at this time. All right. Now, for the biggest aspect of the month is on April 20th, Jupiter is going to conjunct Uranus at 21 degrees in the sign of Taurus, which happens to be your second house of your cash, your property, your resources, your money, what you need in order to feel secure. The second house is your salary. It's your income. It's your self-esteem. It's all about what do I need in order to feel stable and secure. Taurus is the sign of stability. And so Jupiter's the great benefic, and it brings these opportunities for growth, abundance, and expansion. Now, Uranus is the planet of progress and shock and surprise. So this strong manifestation potentials are going to be coming between April 4th and May 8th, especially around the days of April 20th. So know that this is the day that it's going to be exact. Now, when the planet of expansion and extreme come together, it's about shocks and surprises, gifts and opportunities. Anything can happen, and it can happen quickly. Taurus being this earth sign, it's you having a stable system and not wanting to upset anything that has to do with your money, your resources, things that you value, your movable property, your valuables, your financial condition, your self-esteem. And so look for technology or scientific advances that they can occur at this time, and these innovative solutions to help you solve some of your problems in this area of your life. There are major financial opportunities if you just look for them. Next, on April 23rd, we have a full moon at 4 degrees of Scorpio. So the sun is at 4 degrees in your second house. Again, we're still focused on your resources, your salary, your income, everything that has to do with your money and your finances. That is has been a major topic of your life for like the past year. Now, the full moons bring endings and closures. They show us what is hidden that we didn't see before in the daylight. And so they usually bring about endings. Sometimes they're natural endings, and sometimes they're about revealing some things in order to push us or nudge us to have that ending or that culmination. Yours is in your 8th house of, it's your shared resources with other people. This can be with family members if there is debt or wills that are shared with property or homes of a family member that's either passing it down to you, or this could be a business partner. Maybe we are separating ways. This could be amicable. This could be a life partner, and this could be separating our resources with a divorce. And this could also be with you with this could be friendship or significant other, clients, anything that you share resources with other people. The 8th house is about debts, taxes, wills. It's death, rebirth, and transformation. The 8th house is our private affairs of what we don't share with other people. So there could be some secrets that come out at this time, or some things that are revealed, and then you're just taking the stance of a culmination and ending to walk away. All right. And then on the 25th, on the very next day, on the 25th, we now have Mercury stationing direct. Mercury is going to be conjunct the North Node, and it's opposing the South Node. Knowing this, the South Node is what we want to release, and the North Node is where we want to move towards. And so you've gone through some things that have to do with you. You started some things, you initiated, and then it went across Chiron, and it went across it conjunct Chiron. So this was identifying some areas that you had been wounded, and then it went back over them. and said, okay, now let's look at this through a different lens. Let's heal this area of our life, rethink, revise, rewind. This could have you really going back to childhood, looking at yourself from a different lens of who you were as a different person. And now, as Mercury is going to go forward, it's conjunct the North Node, saying, this is my destiny. This is what I was meant to do. I needed to release that. I needed to let that go. And now it's going to move forward with more ease and grace from a place that we can stand back and heal better from it. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.